Another big name celebrity is now canceled because of emails that they have sent 11 years ago. John Gruden, unfortunately, lost his job as coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Pardon me, because of some emails that he sent that were deemed inappropriate, and this breaks my heart in a major way because I can't help but wonder. I may have sent out some questionable emails to some questionable characters in my day. This is Epic Thoughts. My wonderful friends, welcome to another episode of your favorite show, Epic Thoughts. If you were offended by my John Gruden joke, then sorry. I am not going to fix who I am for you. I am your host, Roman. As you can see right down the bottom, it says Rome. And again, Carla's not with me because she's in Texas, but we are working on something right now on ways that we can get her back on. And it's just a time change and a lot of things going on in her life. So we just got to find the right blend, and we're going to find the right blend. Hey, what's up, KJ, my boy? I appreciate y'all supporting Heritage Park and supporting Epic Thoughts and listening to the podcast. If you have missed it, you guys are watching it again and you're letting me know that you're out there. So I appreciate you very much, man. You encourage me to keep going and keep doing what I gotta do, man. And thank you also for everybody watching us on HPTV. Love you guys. It's been wonderful. Thank you for supporting us. We have had 3,000 downloads worldwide. So shout out to that HPTV. And then we also have about 1,500 listeners on HP Radio. Shout out. And yeah, that's all the numbers I really know off the top of my head. However, man, I keep wanting to let you know, man. Check us out, Heritage Park PROD Productions, heritageparkproductions.com. And if you go to the store and you want to purchase something and you type in Epic at checkout, you'll get 15% off the entire order. That doesn't go away. It's going to stay there the same anytime. And if you get Epic Thinker, make sure you take a picture of that and post Heritage Park in it so we can see, so we can peep you out in your business. All right. So much to talk about, man. I got a lot of things on my chest, and I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to start. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start from, um, I'm just posting this on my page. I never post this on my page. So I got email. Speaking of emails, I got a post on Instagram from a very popular business person. You know, one of those moguls. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he's a very popular mogul. He's one of those people who they got thousands of followers, like thousands, and he's a well known. I mean, he's well known in the entrepreneur sense. You know, he's one of those self-empowered type people. He's faith based, but he's really cool dudes. So, anyways, I got a DM from him on my IG page, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, just like, let me see if I can find it. I'm just gonna find it, bro, because it's better if I just read it to you. Because if I just tell you the story, you're not gonna get the same kind of. I'm not gonna get the same kind of story. So let me just read it to you, because this is important that I do this right way. Let me see if it's still here. I think they erased it. Instagram erased it. Okay, so anyways, I think Instagram erased it. So this gentleman sent me something. Oh, here we go. Yep, here he is right here. And it starts off with just a simple hello. And so I responded hello. And I honestly thought at first, I thought that this was my thing. You know what I'm saying? I thought, hey, this is my homie. And he's a professional. So I'm thinking it's him. And so um I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out why my app isn't working the way I want it to. Okay, there it goes. All right, so I'm like hello. He's like hello, and so he goes, "How are you doing?" And I'm still thinking this it's the dude. So I'm like, "I'm fine." He says, "That's good to hear." And he goes, "I'm sorry to hit you up out of the blue. I was hoping you can lend me your time for a brief chat if you don't mind." And now, mind you, I still think it's the dude, right? So I go, "Okay, we met me and this guy we've met one time, but his associate knows me personally, so that's how big this dude is. He's got a personal assistant, and I know his personal assistant. His personal assistant has called me on several occasions. His personal assistant has daughters that are fans of Heritage Park music, and even last year during 2020 I sent them over I sent them over for their birthday, for one of his daughter's birthday. I sent him a video of me doing a concert for their kids. Okay, so that's how we tight. So then it was like, yeah, well, I'd love to share with you a life changing, massive income opportunity aside your regular 9 to 5 job. You can also earn good returns without having to inconvenience you from your regular activities. Have you ever heard of forex trading or got any info on my training on trading? And I'm like, I'm sorry to ask you this, and I mentioned his name. I could say his name. I said, I'm sorry to ask you this, Mike, but is this really you? He texts me back, yeah, it's me. And he says full name. I just wanted to share these life changing opportunities. And I said, I'm confused. And I just said, I'm confused. Why are you connected with me on IG? Both your assistant and my friend have my phone number, and you can just call me if this is a business proposal. And what is that? And then I started realizing he had a different page than the page I'm following. So, and what's up with this new page? This isn't like you. And I said, and yeah, I've heard of Forex. Like I know Forex. I've heard of it. I've actually went to different pitches. I've heard different people pitch Forex. So he responds, "Oh, I'm running a private program for new or old crypto investors on my private trading platform, which has been very successful. My idea is to build a social capital base for investors by helping with traders while they watch, learn, and at the same time build their capital. By the way, the offer is limited, so it will not be available in the future as we will not be able to accommodate a very high population of investors. Are you interested?" So I'm not gonna get it. No, actually, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say what I said. I'm gonna say what I said, KJ. I said, bro, I know this ain't you, Mike. It took, I still used his name. I said, oh no, bro, I know this ain't Mike. That's what I said. It took one phone call, and that's what I did. While he was sending me this little I just sent a text like, yo, is your boy Mike calling people about Forex trading? His assistant was like, no. So I said, bro, I know this ain't him. It took one text message to find out the truth. I know him and his team personally. Forex trading is a legit business. Why would you BS me? I didn't say BS. But you're a Christian, bro. Come on. Why would you I was about to say it. BS me by being someone else and steal their profile? I would have listened to your pitch if you were just you and approached me professionally. I don't know the success rate behind this approach, but I'll tell you this: your character sucks. If you stoop to this level to gain legit business, I've been searching for Forex opportunities all summer, and I'm going to pass on you this one, not because of the opportunity that may be great, but because of you. Clearly, you have to have trust in the person you are investing with, and I don't trust you. I hope and pray for your sake that you become a genuine entrepreneur, but I trust society and we rather but I trust society and we rather be offended, whiny, angry, deceitful. And I said another word I shouldn't have said. So I'm going to let this message sit for 5 minutes so you can read it in its entirety, and then I will block you. God, good luck in all your endeavors. So I pretty much laid into this dude, and I was going to go live at that moment, but I decided I'm not going to go live because you ever had that moment where you're like, I'm going to tell everybody, but then you're like, I'm too fired up to go live right now. But it's still sitting in my head, man. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting in the studio, supposed to do Epic Thoughts. I'm gonna get up on Epic Thoughts and get on my high horse a little bit. Then we'll talk about some other fun stuff. But man, let me just say this, man. I don't know if it was it's a scam. Clearly, it was a scam. But I will say this: if you do forex trading, and I'm just gonna put this out here right now on Epic Thoughts. I actually shared it to my personal Facebook page. because I want people to understand. And if you want to talk about Forex trading, you want to get on the show and say, yo, Forex trading is legit. I would like to talk to you about it. Then by all means, reach out to me and get on. But I will say the reason why I haven't done Forex yet, I still have a lot of questions that haven't been answered. Two, um, the people, listen, the people who pitch it, and you may be a genuine person that pitches it, and you're like, bro, you haven't met me yet. I'll do you right. But the people who pitch it have been deceitful. They've been shady. They have not been forthtelling. I had one person hit me up and said, "This is another forex person who I respect on a whole level. I respect her very much." And she hit me up. She was like, "Listen, I would like to meet with you." Oh, she goes, "I do you have any investors on your team? I have some questions about investing, and I want to see if they had input to help me with some investments." And I said, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I got some people on my team." And I gave up resources. I gave up people that I trusted and that we built relationship with me. And they're like, okay, bet if Ro vouches for this person, then I'm gonna get on this call with this person. And then they get on the call, and it was a pitch for Forex. So I'm like, so I called the dude up. I called her up and I was like, yo, why would you ask me to send you money people who do investments so you can ask them questions, only to get them on the call to pitch them Forex? That's just not good character. And I don't remember what the answer was. I think the answer was pretty much, "You're right. I'm sorry. That was wrong of me." So we're still cool. But if this person was really doing business and they felt like I wouldn't have listened to them, first of all, let me just point this out. Um, I don't care what anybody says. We're all we're all mainly consumers. For the most part, there are people who don't like to spend money, and I know there's people who don't like to spend money and they just don't spend money. But a big percentage of people on this earth are consumers. Okay. So I don't like it when people say, I just don't like sales. I just don't like salesmen and stuff like that. Listen, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not a person who's going to sit there and tell you that I don't like salespeople. Listen, I walk into the store to buy something, right? Have you ever been that place where you wanted to buy and you walk in the store and nobody walk up to you? That is the most irritating thing to me, because I'm like, yo, I came in here in Best Buy to buy TV. I just don't walk in Best Buy, but like, "Oh, I just want to look." That's called a tease. I'm going in there, and money is burning a hole in my wallet, and I'm walking. My goal is to walk out with something, and it bugs me when people don't approach me, and probably because I'm intimidated. I don't know, but it's normally that first person. "Can I help you?" "Yep, I need that TV this size with this on it. Can you find that for me?" So I was open to listen to this dude, but he felt like he had to lie and be deceitful and cheat and put on somebody else's profile to try to get me to join his business. Now, again, it may be a scam, but this is not something that doesn't happen. This happens a lot. People infiltrate somebody else's personality, or they try to be somebody else, or they post in pictures of people who they're not. That stuff right there bugs me so much, because I know, first of all, half the people I follow, I know you. Like, I know you, bro. I know that that's not you. I know that that's not what you do. And I know that's not who you are. There's a difference between trying to change things, like trying to change the direction of your family, trying to change the journey that you're on, and going through some changes. I understand that, but you can't be you can't be the chick on the block that we just to hang all the time and do just kick it, and all of a sudden now you're boss up, babe, and you got 9 followers. Like, bro, that doesn't work that way. You got don't try to front to be something that you're not. And we live in this world today where it's cool to be an entrepreneur, it's cool to be this person, it's cool to be that person, when it's all you can see the insecurity from a mile away. So it just infuriated me that this person wanted to be act like somebody else, and they thought that if I had this personality, if I had this persona, if I put on this face, if my page looked like this guy's, if I use this person's name, then this average person, Ramon, would invest and put business in with me. Obviously, it was a scam. It clearly was a scam, but it still happens a lot. And so we just live in a world, man. And KJ, I'm just talking to you. We just live in a world where people are afraid to be themselves. People are afraid. I don't think people even know who they are. Like our culture is so twisted that we're gonna fire people from emails that are 12 years old. Like that's how twisted we are. And to me, I think that stuff is just ridiculous. Like it's just it baffles me. That's why I said earlier it's a funny thing. I'm so glad that I can't get canceled because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure in the 40 years of my life and email I've been emailing people since 2000. Okay, I'm pretty sure in the in the 21 years that I sent emails out that something may have gone out that was questionable out of my mouth. Like I may have been angry, said, and you know what you could tell that's blah 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 blah. So I'm just saying, and that was just a bitter situation. So I'm again, I don't condone what John Gruden did. I don't condone what happened to the Raiders coach. For those of you who don't know. So for those of you who don't know, an email came out Thursday that mentioned that John Gruden was a racist because in his email he referred to a black man as rubber lips. Okay, or he used the term rubber lipping. Um, First of all, let me school you real quick. Rubber lip is not a racial statement. Okay. My mom used to call me that because a rubber lip individual was somebody who lies. So I knew it when I saw it and I was like, oh, he called him a liar. No, he called him that's a racist term. Don't I listen, the number one tool for racism for me is when somebody who's not black wants to break down what's racist. Like I know what's racist. I'm a black man. I know when something is offensive to me, right? I don't need somebody who's non-black explaining to me why somebody who's non-black is racist towards me. That's the most ignorant thing in the world, right? So I let's just put that out there. I don't need somebody who's not black to decipher and determine for me what's racist. That's just not gonna work for me. It's not gonna work. So I'm black enough and I'm grown. Okay, I'm grown. I know what racist is. So I knew that the term rubber lips was not a racial term. So that was Thursday. Um, then it posted, the New York Times published some more emails on Friday. Listen, if the New York Times is publishing, what is the New York Times doing publishing your emails after 11 years? 11 years ago, you may have gone through a massive life change in the last 11 years. And you may have been racist 11 years ago and something has happened and you've had a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that happened on Thursday. And so now here we are today. He went through the weekend. Raiders lost as always. Got got beat up by Chicago on Sunday, and he made a statement that he doesn't have a racial bone in his body. And it's funny because we live in a world, we live in this country. In this country, we do this a lot. Like this person's racist, this person's racist, and I just can't understand how somebody can be defined as racist when they connected with black people my whole life. All I've seen them do is connect with black people. All I've seen John Gruden do is connect with black people. I've seen him, connect with Warren Sapp. I've seen him connect with Tim Brown. And these people have come to the forefront and said, no, this dude, he's one of the greatest people I've ever met. And now that we're gonna go back 11 years to 2010 and say, oh, he called a black man rubber lips. Can we not have beef with people? It's just a sad situation. So then now he is fired. Listen, or he I don't know how it works. You know how some people, I don't know how they quit their jobs. Sometimes I'm like, was he fired? No, they just decided that they're not going to work together no more. Oh, that makes no sense. And so that's what happened. My point is, it's I one of the names for Satan is accuser of the brethren. That's one of his names. That's one of his personality traits. That's one of his characteristics. He likes to bring up stuff, right? Old, new. He's the Bible calls one of the names they call him is the accuser of the brethren. He's somebody who wants to continue to accuse. I can't fool with people that can't let stuff go from years ago. Like I'm personally having a battle with that as well, but I can't fool with people who wants to keep bringing up old stuff. Oh, well, this person did this in 1998. It's 2021. Is there no room for grace? Is there no room for improvement? Like, is there no room for that? And so we live in this world where you can't make it. You have to have a perfect life from the moment you're birth to the moment you die. And that's absolutely unequivocally, that's absolutely unnecessary. It cannot happen. You can't be perfect. You're going to make mistakes. You've already made mistakes. Thank God for Christ and his salvation power, because guess what? You already made mistakes. But somebody, um, I'm putting on my Carla Finlayson cap of conspiracy theory. Somebody wanted this man gone. That's all I gotta say. Somebody wanted John Gruden gone. They just wanted him out. Um, it's just because you just don't fall into an email 11 years ago. You know, somebody really wanted this man to be gone, and I can't understand how we become so accustomed to these people who are anonymously damaging other people's lives. Now, damaging John Gruden's life is a far stretch, right? This guy made a lot of money in the 3 years that he's coached the Raiders. He made a lot of money. He was at the point when he left this morning the highest paid NFL football coach, I believe, this for the last 3 years. He's the highest paid NFL football coach. So to say that somebody ruined his life because he had money before he got the job, that's a far-fetched statement. But we do it on another level. We do it at a slow level. Like, I we Carla made a statement. I made a joke during the election last year. I was like, shoot, I should run for president. And Carla was like, bro, they will find so much junk on you, it wouldn't even be funny. Like, we would laugh, but then at the end of the day, I'd be like, yeah, I should probably step down from this. Because people just like to bring up old stuff. They can't let stuff go. And all I gotta say to those people, and if you're watching the show, you probably are not watching the show. If you're listening to me on iTunes, all I gotta say, if you were without stone, if you were without sin, cast the first stone. Like, when have we gotten to the point where we're pointing out other people's insecurities, pointing out other people's problems, pointing out where other people have gone wrong, pointing out what they did 10 years ago? Like, can I go back in time to 2010? Let me go back in time to 2010. I'm going to ask you a question if you're listening to this on our podcast, or if you're watching this on HPTV. Let me go back to 2010. I'm going to ask you a question. Here's the question. You ready? Have you done nothing in the last 11 years? Have you not broken somebody's heart? Have you not said something to somebody that was a wee bit insulting? Have you not cheated? Have you not lied? Have you not tried to cheat the system? You've kept your nose clean for 11 years, to the point where you want to bring up everybody else's stuff. You want to bring up uh emails. Like, you know how hard it is. I don't know. Maybe there's an app that does it for you. I'm not quite sure. Maybe there's an app that helps you break into my email. I don't, and you can go. But can you imagine? They did this to Kevin Hart. Remember when they did this to Kevin Hart when he was hosting the Emmys? And people wait till it becomes the highlight of your life. They wait till the highlight comes. And here's Kevin. He's about to host the Grammys. Or here's John Gruden. He's coaching the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, let's be honest with you. I don't think, and I'm a Raider fan, so my hardcore Raider fans, do not shout me down. I'm sorry, but it's not like we was going to the Super Bowl. I mean, we were doing well, and in the last two games, we've been the Raiders again, near the Raiders again. So it wasn't like he was going to the Super Bowl, but at the same time, here he is, the highest paid NFL coach to date, the highest paid. Kevin Hart at the top of his game. And somebody almost all of a sudden is, oh my gosh, we're really going to let Kevin Hart host the Emmys or the Grammys or whatever he was hosting, Oscars, because he posted a tweet in 2009. Bro, it's 19. Let it go. Let it go. And most of these people who are making these claims were two when the post was made. So clearly, grown folks forgive, and we moved on. And I, like Kevin Hart said, you know, we were in a different mindset 9 years ago, 10 years ago. We didn't have the conversations that we have now. There are some things, I will tell you something. I'm not going to tell you what I did because um, people clearly can't let stuff go. But I made a not racial statement. I made a bad statement in 1998. This is a long time ago. Now, I know I'm not at the height of my career, but in 1998, I did something that was very bad, very, very bad. And this is in ministry school, bro. Like this is not like, oh, this is on a drunk night on a Friday. This was after church at the Biltmore in Scottsdale, Arizona, or maybe it was Phoenix. I can't think of what city it was, but it was at an outdoor mall in Phoenix. Actually, it was 1999, 98. It was 98, a fall of 98. I was with some friends. We're just doing our thing, you know, living that young Christian life where we felt unstoppable. We were on top of the world and no one could say nothing to us. And I saw something that made my blood boiled as a believer. I saw people doing something that made my blood boil. And so I decided to do what at the time was the Christian thing and confront it. And you know, if you was with me, if you're in the room with me, KJ, I'd tell you exactly what I did. But I walked up, I said my piece, and then I insulted them. I decided I knew better than them, and I had the Lord on my side, which means I had right on my side. So I felt like I had the right to insult them. I had the right to degrade them, and I truly, truly did degrade them. This is 1990, 98. It was an ignorant decision. It was an ignorant move, and at the time, you know, my homies gave me high fives. Now that I go back and think about it and I process it, I'm like, oh crap, that was so ignorant of me. What I did was completely unnecessary. And not only was it unnecessary, it was rude. It was degrading. Degrading. It was baffling. Like I would have a personality to do this. And I thought to myself, man, can you imagine if I was at the height of a career somewhere and somebody found video footage of my rant, my tyrant, my rate, my me going off on these people? I'd get canceled in a minute. And that was 98, bro. That was 1998. And there's no apology there's no apology that can be accepted because I you know, and be honest with y'all, I was 20 years old. I'm 20 at the time. I was 20. Nobody would accept that. No one would accept that. No, fam. No, you should know better. I was 21. Sorry. Excuse me. I was 21. Oh, no. It doesn't matter. Like, we don't leave room for growth. We don't leave room for, you know what? I did think that way once. And now I've had some change of heart. I've had friends that are from that culture and we've had conversations that were hard and I processed it. And now I'm in a place where I feel like I understand where I went wrong on those actions. We don't leave any room for grace. We don't leave any room for that. And it's just a really, it's a scary place to be when we don't allow people to go through the room to grow. You know, Kevin Hart clearly has grown since 2009. I don't know if John Gruden's grown because I mean John Gruden was grown in 2011, but at the same time, bro, that was 11 years ago, man. 2010, excuse me. That was 11 years ago. He's working, you know what I'm saying, and he's earned respect of many African Americans in the industry. And these haters they're pissing me off. I just want to say that they're just pissing me off. You're listening to Epic Thoughts, man. This is this podcast is called "What Happened to Us," man. Where did we go wrong? Where did we change, man? I feel like you ever you ever if, for those of you who have both parents in the house, or you ever seen your parents get into an argument and you just don't know who's right? All you see is just people arguing. That's where I feel like we're at in this world today. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like we got this group of people blaming this group of people and this group of people blaming this group of people. You're just sitting here like, listen, why are we blaming each other? The system's screwed up. Let's figure out a way. And but yet we let people who are not involved send emails out and be like, yo, check this out. This person did this. It's just such a funky, funky, funky place. While at the same time, I just feel like we're missing something. We're missing something in this world. We're missing something. I don't know. I don't know if we're not preaching the right gospel. I don't know what it is, but have you? I feel uneasy because I hear people always give me answers, and I read the answers. I see the answers. People tell me what their definition of an answer is, and I just kind of look at it and they're like, no, no, that won't fix it. You know, we all know that the answer to what our country is honestly it's God. The answer to our country is God. The other answer is love. We don't allow neither. We don't allow we don't allow God in any kind of level of conversation. We definitely don't allow love in any kind of conversation. And I'm even speaking to many Christians who think that they love people. There's not a lot of love in some of the actions that I've seen. Um, and I feel like we need to be encouraged as people, no matter where you stand on what kind of Christianity you have. Some people are like, well, I'm progressive and I'm this. I think what we need to do is we need to come together as a people, and we need to shut off the media. I do believe that we need to shut off the media and we need to have hard conversations with our neighbors. We need to have hard conversations with people around us. We need to sit down and say, listen, this is where I'm not connecting with you. Here's where I'm missing your point. Because I'll tell you what, I have friends who post stuff on social media all day, every day. And I'll tell you what, I look at it and I don't get it. Some things I just don't connect with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't connect how you portray this to that. And I'm speaking like this because I know that there are many people who listen to Epic Thoughts and who watch our show. You listen to me talk and you are very silent like me. And you listen, you're like, man, that's how I feel. I feel like I don't know what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I believe in about vaccinations. I know that deep down inside I might need it. I don't know what are they giving us and why would they give us something that would hurt us? Like I have all those questions. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I have all those thoughts too. Okay. And I think it's okay. What I don't think is okay is the propaganda that follows both ideologies, right? That follow both ideologies of it. I think that that's problematic. You're signing people up for an agenda that you probably don't know 100% about. So that's scary. Two, it's just ignorant, you know? It's just ignorant. I don't think that we should be mandated. I will I stand on that. I don't think that people should be mandated. I don't think that people who we celebrated last year as nurses and essential workers, I don't think we celebrated y'all hard last year. And now this year you're going to lose your job because you're not vaccinated. I don't like that at all. I in California and Oregon, I think 23,000 people are now on strike because of the mandating. And we're just such an ignorant place. We're such an ignorant country. We think we're so bomb. We think we have everything together. We think that we're right all the time. And you know what? People are just going to hold the line. They're going to toe the line, and they're going to be like, "No, you screw you. You're going to get screwed over." And it's just frustrating place. And so, what we need to start doing, people, if you're listening to me on the Heritage Park line, I'm going to call it the Heritage Park line because you can be listening to on YouTube too. I just realized that we need to just we just need to come together and start our own community, a community of love, a community of encouragement, a community where we accept, we're inclusive and we're accepting, and we love people with the love of Christ. Um, we accept, we love your ideas. You know, if listen, if you're extreme conservative and you're just like, yo, you walk around with a shirt that says lions, not sheeps, you're accepted. Heritage Park. If you're a liberal who wears a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, listen, you're accepted. First of all, you can't tell anybody about Christ if you can't accept them first. Like the Bible tells us that if you if I have the knowledge of Christ and I can speak in other languages and tongues, but I don't know how to love, then I'm just resounding. resounding, I'm irritating, I'm just noise. And people don't realize all you're doing is adding to the noise. You're adding to the noise when you sit there and be like, listen, this is how I feel about the other side. You're adding to the noise. This is how I feel about CRT. You're adding to the noise. You're not bringing solution. You're adding to the noise. We have to stop and think about things. You have to process who's reading it, who's reading my post. Do I love the people that are reading my post? If listen, if you have to start a post with, if you disagree, then delete me now. Don't post it. Don't there's a scripture that actually tells, and I wish I knew that I would tell you exactly where it is. It's in Proverbs, and there's a scripture that says, uh, uh, um, oh my gosh, I'm gonna paraphrase it because I can't remember it word for word. Um, it's worse for a fool. It's worse for a fool to. It's better for a fool to stay silent than to open his mouth and prove everyone right. You know what I'm saying? Those posts, those like, have you noticed? I don't really get political on my posts. I don't really talk about Biden. I don't talk about Trump. I don't. You know why? First of all, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. You ready? Drum roll for this. I don't care. I really, really, really don't care. Now I let my voice be heard. I make my statement. I will make my vote. And my vote, I don't vote my party. One, because I'm neither Democrat or Republican. My party is always the person that's like, I put $5 in. Okay, we'll let you run. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get canceled for that. But anyways, because I vote my heart. I pray and I ask God to lead me, and then I vote based off of what I believe the best candidate for me is. So but a winner, a different candidate that's different than my views, it's not going to change my life per se, even though one can argue that we are facing a time where a candidate or a president is trying to change the way we live our lives. So I do experience that. I do see that. I'm not ignorant to that. What I'm saying is this: you have to take personal responsibility for yourself, and you're going to have to do what you have to do. And if we are doing things right, if you do things right and in the right way, you can rise above whoever the president is, right? Build a business. Listen, there's one thing that if you haven't learned anything through 2020, I've learned this is that um whenever I saw a post of a celebrity sitting in their $1 million house and saying, "Man, I'm doing this with you. I'm staying at home with you," I thought to myself, "No, you're not. Your house is 3,200 square foot. My place is 800, and it has no air conditioning. I had one little air conditioning box in the window, and every July my bill was like $200 for that month, 1 month, not every month, but every July and August. I had to, because I had to turn the air on, and I laid on the floor and I had to share it with little kids. And they were, man, I'm telling you, that was not the business. Okay. That was not the move. And that's what I had to go through in 2020. That was me staying at home. So when I see Ellen with her beautiful house saying, I'm just right there with you. I'm like, Negro, no, you're not. Excuse me for my N word, but that's what I said. I said, Negro, no, you're not in this with me. You're not in this with me. Like, people have movie theaters in their house. Like, you're not in this with me. And I realize, and what people are trying to do is make them have our fights, fight our battles, and stand with us. I stand with you for this. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you don't have to. And if we do what we're supposed to do, if we keep pushing, you keep rocking out your business, man. Keep rocking out your school. You're in school right now, and like, man, I'm a senior and I hate this junk. Listen, push that sucker through and finish, right? You have an idea. You have no better time to do it than now. And I'm going to tell you why. It's going to get to the point there. We know one thing I'll tell you right now, and I might get shut down for this, and I don't care. When I saw the Emmys, about 3 weeks ago, there was not one mask. And I could tell you right now, half those people are not vaccinated. And Listen, I am connected to people too. So I know that a lot of those people don't believe in being vaccinated. They just get paid to say vax up. Bruh, like, don't fake the funk, man. They were filling rooms on with people on top of each other, and they weren't vaccinated, man. Why? Because the mandates ain't going after them. The new rules, these new laws, they ain't going after them, bro. They're coming after us. As much as we can sit there and say tax the rich, do this to the rich, they ain't gonna do it because that's their homies, that's their friends. I'm not saying to get rich, but I'm telling you, you got to get out of that mindset because it's not gonna happen. You got to live above the means. You gotta do something. You gotta do something. And then don't get on me and be like, well, listen, you're supposed to be a godly person. My faith and trust is in God and not in money. And the scripture says that money is the root of evil. So money is not the root of evil. The scripture does not say that. The scripture says that the love of money is the root of evil. And listen, I spent $80 filling my gas tank at Arco. If you're in Greenland, you probably don't know what Arco is. Arco is like where we go to get the good gas, not the good gas, but the affordable gas. You know what I'm saying? They still look, they still charge me 35 cents for swiping my card. $80. And some person posted on social media when I said that, they were like, me too, man. I have a 15 passenger van. I was like, bruh, I got a Nissan Altima. I paid $80 to fill my Nissan Altima. And that's when I realized this junk is a 6-cylinder. That's the worst time to figure out, oh, snap, my car is 6-cylinder, man. Oh, God. $80, man. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to get you to be wealthy so you can floss on people. Like that's the social media way that people are trying to live. And that's that fake stuff. I'm talking about providing for your family and not letting the bank account dictate what you want to do for your family, but you get to decide. Not letting other people tell you what you can and cannot do. Did you know that there are systems in this country? Listen, there was a moment where we were so struggling that I had to go get assistance, and they wouldn't give me assistance because I went to school. Let this sink in. They literally said, if you weren't working, we have to give you $600 right now. Listen to this. But because you went to school, we had to cut your assistance. Let that sink in. This is our country that we live in. That's so great that we have to mind our P's and Q's about everything. You would rather give me money to sit at home and play video games and not take care of my kids and not be a successful parent to provide for my family. They literally told me, and the lady told me to my face, if you weren't working, we'd have to give you $600 right now. But because you signed up for school, guess how much you get? Nothing. I looked at her, I said, I'm a full-time student. She goes, I'm sorry. Full-time students get nothing. The system is broken, and it's actually not broken. Let me backtrack. The system is not broken. They built it for this purpose. They want you to keep wanting them. If you need them, if you still in that bucket, guess what? They can still manipulate. They can still control. They can still speak to you. They can still spew out propaganda. They can still push their ideas on you. They can still keep you connected to their agenda. They can still keep doing that to you, and you can't do nothing about it. That's why they'll frustrate you when you try to do something better. You know what I'm saying? The moment it's sad. I've had people will say stuff like, I can't take this job because if I take this job, I will no longer get my Social Security. I would, if I get paid this, I will no longer make this money. Or if I get the second job, they won't give me my food benefits, and I still need that to take care of my family. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how Christian this statement is, but someone needs to tell it like it is. So the hell what? If you're going to have to eat crap for a few months to figure things out, to get off the system, to get out of their system, then you gonna have to do it, bro. You gonna have to do it. You gonna have to do what you gotta do. I was not gonna let them dictate what they can help me with because I decided to take my butt back to school and get the one thing that a lot of people in my family don't have, and that's a college degree. Listen, it wasn't even the college degree that I was going for. I was going to get the information to take Heritage Park to the next level. I wasn't just going to school so I can get a degree, so I can get a good job, so I could floss on people. That was not the goal. The goal was to go to school, and I needed the information. I needed the information and the resources. That was all I went to school for. Other than that, I would never have gone back. I need the information and the resources to take Heritage Park to the next level. And so once I was able to get to that point, I'm like, I don't need school no more. But now, I kind of got finished now because I have this, I had this thought in my mind that I need to finish. I'm in my senior year and I got senioritis now, so I'm trying to finish. But I hope you get my heart, bro. Like your goal in life is to get resources, get the information you need, build your brand, build whoever you are, build and listen. Not everybody's built for the entrepreneurial life. Not everybody's built for that. I'm not saying that you have to do that. You don't have to do that. There's some people who make great livings having great jobs, but they work. No matter what side of this you're going to look at. People wanted to get like these big incomes and these life-changing incomes without putting the work. That was the whole point of me starting this whole conversation. People want to get these great incomes without doing the work. Listen, everything you see takes work. Even these artists and these celebrities that you see, there's a level of work. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on a film set. Bruh, that's work. I don't know if you've ever acted on a film set or it takes work. Doing Superficially Deep, I don't know what day we're on now. I'll tell you right now, there's so much work involved. Like people are not just doing stuff and then just I'm gonna read these lines and people have come to us, man. People have come to us and they've like, yeah, I'm trying to be an actor. I was like, okay, bet here, read this script. And then they have no skills, they didn't do any work, and then we're looking at them like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna cast you. You don't work. And it takes work, man. It takes there's a season of you sowing seed. There's a season where you don't go to the club every Friday night. There's a season you drive a Nissan Altima for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Before the Nissan Altima, it was the Ford Fusion. Before the Ford Fusion, it was a broke down Toyota Camry that barely moved. And you have to put in the work and the effort. That stuff continual over time will graduate into something greater. But if people want the wins without going through the process to learn how to lose. And listen, there's nothing wrong with losing. When life brings you lemons, make lemonade. Making real lemonade isn't a joke. Bro, come on, man. Do you know? See, that's why I'm trying to get Anthony on here, man. Listen, if you get on Epic Thoughts later today, hashtag get Anthony on. I'm trying to get Anthony to do a show with me, man. Because listen, to make lemonades, have you ever tried to make a lemonade? My mom used to have this fetish about real lemonades, and I hated it. I hated it. Give me Kool-Aid. Like when I was a kid, I just wanted the Kool-Aid. I just wanted the pack of the red coloring with a cup of sugar, which turned into a cup and a half, and I just keep pouring until I didn't see the red Kool-Aid no more. And then I pour water and I mix it till it wasn't grainy anymore. That's how I made Kool-Aid. I hate it when my mom was like, make some lemonade. I was like, that was the worst because you had to take the lemon and you had to knead the lemon. You had to work it. Man, I was throwing it up against walls. I was rolling my hand over it. Lemons are so tough before you open it up and make that lemonade. And you can't just be like, and then lemon and you make enough. Dude, do you know how much lemons you have to squeeze to make a full pitcher of tasty lemonade and not over sugar it? You know what I'm saying? My mom, and sometimes I try to cheat and give her some Crystal Ice, but she could tell because it didn't have any pulp in it. So she was like, there's no pulp in it. And I'm like, you had to knead that sucker, you had to roll it up, you had to sit on it, you had to pound it with a pound, and it took a minute to get good lemonade, bro. But there was nothing like that glass. Actually was bitter, so I didn't like the taste of it because I was like, you know how much work it took? And honestly, when you do it like that, when you go through life like that and you have to work hard and when you finally get that check, you actually don't want to floss. You're like, bro, you know how much I had to go through to get this? I ain't gonna spend it just so I can get 10 likes on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? People, listen, don't listen. My influencers, you trying to be an influencer? Here's my influencing artist. Get this, bro. If you're doing the business for likes and shares, you're not doing the business, because that's a vain metric. It means absolutely nothing. But if you're influencing because you truly want to make a difference in people's lives, it won't matter if you got 1 like or 20 likes, because or 2,000 likes. Excuse me, 20 likes is nothing too. If you have 1 like or 20,000 or a million likes, because it's about the people that you influence, right? So it's not about how many people follow you. People, I have guys, I'm trying to, can you imagine if all these pockets of all these independent rappers who got 5 fans, 5, their rap followers are in their youth group. Can you imagine if these 5 people who got rap followers in the youth group, if we get 10 of them together and create a Christian version of Wu-Tang, where money wasn't the issue, where everyone brought their style to the table, bro, you can change the game. It don't take a lot. It just takes a couple of people with like-minded mentality to get up and work. That's all it takes. And we can build a community that can change the dynamics of this country, bro, easily. But I can't get the liberal and the conservative at the same dang table. You know what I'm saying? One is right wing, the other's left wing, and we keep running around this dang circle, because that's what happens when you give power to one wing. Like, if we can't get them at the table, all right, then bet. We're going to have to make our own community, man. We're going to make our own HP community, whatever the community. It don't have to be HP. It just needs to be different. Why? I'm going to tell you why right now. We live in a world of crybabies. I'm just going to say it like that. We live in a world of crybabies. Now they're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. First of all, you can't cancel Dave Chappelle, and he ain't going to say nothing that surprised you, right? I'm not. I got kids. I got girls. I'm a girl dad, okay? I'm not going to let my girls grow up in a world where it's like this. If it takes me being a millionaire to pull my kids out of the system, so be it. So be it. I'm actually talking to Guy about the mandates and the vaccinations, because that's a personal decision, right? And I honestly will take the stand and say I think vaccination should be a personal decision. Period. I think it should be. I think for our kids, it should be a personal decision. I think some of the things that we teach in school should be personal decisions. And I do believe that if you're forcing me, listen, you can, even if you force me to read the Bible at my school, that would give me problems, because I don't want to be forced to do anything. And I love the Bible. Just don't touch the rights. That's all I'm saying. But I'll tell you what, there are options. And I'll tell you, the upper class have the option. If you're not looking at this from a perspective and say, wow, they're destroying the middle class, they're destroying us, they don't want the middle class. And if you don't do nothing about it, where are you going to be when the middle class shuts down? They say to live in California right now, and I'm gonna get off my high horse, Brad, but I got 5 minutes left here to get off my high horse, to live in California. Some reports have came out that I can't think of the word right now, but low income, to be considered low income in California, is closing up, getting up to $40,000 a year. If you make less than 40,000, then you are an at-risk person in California. 40,000. You could literally take 40,000 in Texas and be great. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, you on here, man. What can 40 can you do okay? Can you do decently with 40 G's in Houston? Because I know you out there in Houston and Texas make some moves. I know that 40 G's in Texas probably won't get you like the big house, but you'll be able to do okay. California, they got us saying that the low income is starting, welfare is starting at 40,000 now, by the end of 2022, and they're still arguing over what minimum wage should be. First of all, let me just make this statement about minimum wage. Minimum wage should be minimal, um, because grown folks shouldn't be working minimum wage jobs. Oh, I said it. I said it. Don't cancel. Don't cancel on me. Grown folks shouldn't be. Listen, I tell people all the time. I got family. I got friends and family member that they're mid-30s and they still work jobs that a 20-year-old can work. And I'm like, bro, first of all, you're working a job for a 20-year-old. Now, a 20-year-old, you give a 20-year-old who stays with moms and dads, yo, they be okay with $14, $15 an hour. But if you 30 with kids, if you 29 with kids, if you're 40 with kids and mortgage, you can't do nothing off of it. You can't do anything off of like 22 an hour. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna have to do something different, bro. And don't accept it. You don't have to accept it. You can make something happen. And even when you get to the point where you're making 30, 40, 50 a year, you still gonna have to make something happen because California is a toilet. Like, you need to be making income several times over in California to make it in California. You want to live in California? Listen, I tell people all the time, people say, man, it's expensive California. I say, I know, I'm paying for the name. I'm paying to tell people, yo, I live in Cali. I'm paying to tell people, yeah, I'm 30 minutes from Disneyland. Yeah, I'm 30 minutes from the beach. What you know? Like, that's what I'm paying for. And I'm paying a high price for it. It doesn't make sense, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because first of all, you ain't gonna disrespect me at $15 an hour. That's just not gonna happen. But and leave that to the 18-year-old who's coming out of school who still has a lot of support from home. They can take that job. Don't offer me that. Don't offer me that, Amazon. I understand Amazon's a great job. I'm trying to disrespect it, but they start a lot of 40, 30, 40-year-olds at like 17, 18. That works well in other states. That ain't gonna work well out here. I said some pretty controversial things, Anthony. What you think? I said some pretty controversial things, KJ. I probably should get off pretty quick here. Bro, the Heritage Park community is coming to you, man. If you're watching us on HPTV, welcome to the community. If you're watching us on Expert Thoughts on Facebook or YouTube, welcome to the community, man. If you listen to us on iTunes, welcome to the community. And listen, I'm encouraging you to dive deep into these communities. Go to heritageparkprod.com. heritageparkprod.com. You can go on there. If you type in Epic, if you shop there, listen, my new book is on there called The New Agenda. I talk about what I just talked about in a nutshell a little bit, but my book is out there, The Hidden Agenda. It's on heritageparkproduction.com. You gotta go to the store though. Go to the store, shop the store. The book is in there. If you type in Epic at the checkout, you'll get 20%, 15 or 20%. You get something off. You get money off the entire order. So go to heritageparkprod.com. You can also listen. Now we have Heritage HP Radio available on the website. So if you click HP Radio, it'll take you to HP Radio, and you can listen to 24 hours of the Christian music that we like to listen to. Okay, I ain't trying to diss the other two Christian radio stations because technically there's only two really out there. And hey, it's all love in the air, man. Don't shout me down. But you try to get your music on there, and they don't even return a phone call. But we're faith based. That's okay, and we want to be inclusive. But Lecrae is the only Black person you play on your station. I'm on one, Anthony. I'm on fire, KJ. But they only play one Black person in KJ, and it's Lecrae. I've had persons actually tell me I thought that the only two I only thought there were three Christian rappers, and I thought you were one because he knew me personally. And he said I thought the other two was Kanye and Lecrae. And I was like, no. And now he's working with HP Radio, and he was like, I didn't know that there's this much music out there that's gospel and faith based. And it's not just hip hop. We have pop, we have rock, we have a lot of good stuff. So you can find this on HP. There's certain ways you could listen to it, but the easiest way, if you go to heritageparkprod.com, you can get the link and it takes you to HP Radio, and you can play in the background. It's good music, man. 24 hours commercial free. Underground, Pop CM, and CHH, which means Christian hip hop and Christian music. It's a great station. Also, if you have Roku TV, you can watch Heritage Park TV on all Roku channels. If you don't have a Roku, you can go to HBTV online on any other device and you can watch it. Thank you. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, $1,100 a month. See, 40 G's, you'll be able to live, bro. 200 G's, man. Dude, let's hit me up tonight, Anthony. Let's really chat seriously, man. Yeah, HBTV online. And listen, if you were like, yo, you want more, you could join the community in several different ways. Okay. So I just want to encourage you, man, continue to support us. Thank you for supporting our show. Thank you for supporting Heritage Park, man. We're doing big things in the community. We're getting to this next year, 2022. I'm telling you, man, is going to be crazy. December, we're releasing episodes 7 through 12 of Superficially Deep. And I'm telling you, if you've been watching episode 1 through 6, you are going to be blown away about 7 through 12. And we've got a lot of stuff going on, man. Bro, you got to stay connected with the Heritage Park, man. Carla will be with us soon. We're working on ways to get around broadcasting with Carla live and be able to talk to everyone at the same time. But man, thanks for supporting us. I hope I didn't offend. Actually, I don't care if I offended you, man. Like if I offended you in any way, check your heart. You know what I'm saying? And if I did, send me a letter, man. Let's talk this out. Let's wrap this up. All right. But God bless you. I gotta go. It's 8:30 out here in Cali. And coming up next on HPTV is Israel New Way Home or something like that, right? I don't remember. But God bless you guys. Have a great evening. I will talk to you soon. And thank you. Thank you for your time. God bless.